6775 or through mibridges.mish.gov. Assistance may also be obtained by contacting Housing Access for Washington County, commonly known as HAWK. HAWK can be reached at their phone number, area code 734-961-1999. Additional assistance is also available through Washington County Veteran Services. Their phone number is area code 734-973-4540. Also, you may obtain housing assistance and other resources through coordinated entry resources. Their phone number is 734-544-6748. You do not need a judgment to obtain assistance from any of these agencies. The summons and complaint are sufficient. You have a right to reach an agreement outside of court. Michigan and local communities resolution programs are a possible resource. The Washington County Dispute Resolution Center can be reached at their phone, area code 734-794-21. To protect your credit and future rental possibilities, your case may be resolved by way of conditional dismissal check, if that is approved by all of the parties and the court. It is important that you understand these things. If you have any questions, please feel free to address the court during.
14A District Court is now in session. The Washtenaw County, State of Michigan. For all those having business with the court, please draw near. The Honorable Judge J. Cedric Simpson presiding.
And good morning. Court does call the case Pine to Clover Lane versus Esther Friedrich. And is it Zai Zhu? Zai?
Good morning, Judge Christopher Asphalt, 53129 on behalf of the plaintiff.
They are not checked in. All right, they are not checked in. You paid for second service. If you raise your right hand, you may
Yes, I would
proceed.
request entry of a default judgment.
I need to swear you in. Do you solemnly swear or affirm testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the true self? You got it.
I do.
All right, go ahead.
All right, there's currently rent to retain $3,562.42, costs $214, total $3,776.42, with a writ to issue date of March 24th.
Judgment to the plaintiff then is by default for possession. Redemption amount is in the amount requested with a writ to issue in 10 days. Pine to Clover Lane versus Brooklyn Gray and Jade Gray.
Christopher Asphalt for the plaintiff.
Good morning.
Hello. Good morning. Your name?
Brooklyn Gray.
All right. What is plaintiff's claim in this case, including costs?
Total amount is $2,958.24.
Ms. Gray, how are you intending on getting that paid?
Oh, we just paid it yesterday. I think everyone left out the building before they got to it, but it's in the Dropbox like right now.
The total
The
total amount?
Yeah, the full amount.
Okay. And you don't have any knowledge of that, counsel? Huh?
No, I do not.
All right. All right, very good. Here's what I'll do. I'll adjourn this out to, what is my next date? 21st? I'll adjourn it out 1 week, March 21st, 2025 at 2 p.m. That's an in-person hearing, but if everything's paid, it's likely they'll submit a dismissal. So you may
Okay.
want to check with the attorney's office just to make sure that's happened. Okay, ma'am?
Okay.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Is that it for you, sir?
Yes, I believe it is.
All right, very good. Thank you. Have a great day.
Thank you. You as well.
Court does call the case of 2 Mariloma LLC versus Rosalind Stovall. Did somebody interfere?
Good morning. Your
I'm
Honor.
here.
Destiny Hughes on behalf of plaintiff.
All righty, thank you. Ms. Stovall?
Yes.
Okay, she's here. All right, this is a termination of tenancy action. What's the basis for the termination of tenancy?
Your Honor, this is a complaint for possession after a mortgage foreclosure sale. The redemption period has expired.
Gotcha. Okay. And Ms. Stovall, what's your position on this?
I have been in contact with the lawyer Ben, and I asked him how much it is. So I had been working on getting my credit straight, and I finally got it straight. And now I'm working on the loan, they're processing the loan for it, and they told me that I could pay $140,000 for it. So that's what I'm working on now. So I asked for an extension because they don't know how long it's gonna be. It's gonna be like maybe five days or so, and I don't know. I'm just waiting for them to give me the money so that I could buy my house back.
Okay, so you're gonna have to help me with these people you say you were in contact with. You were in contact with the lawyer.
Yeah, Ben Price, who is
And
a representative for Mariloma. And I have been in contact with him, and I asked him how much is it gonna be, and he told me it's $140,000.
When did that happen?
It's been two weeks ago, I believe, that I talked to him.
Counsel, you know anything about that?
I'm looking back through emails at our firm. Ben Price does work at our firm and he did work on this mortgage foreclosure action, but I'm looking back. I do see an email saying the lender would accept $140,000, but as of now, as far as I know from the client, we're moving forward with the eviction action. We haven't received anything from defendant saying she's going to pay, so the client, as far as I know, wants to move forward.
Well, yeah, and I did. That's why I asked how much it's going to be, because I did ask him that, and I hadn't heard back anymore from him. And I told him that I was working on it because I mean, I had to. What I'm paying off is a hard money loan because I didn't have good credit, and so I finally got my credit straightened out, and I'm getting a loan, so it won't be a hard money loan. So I asked him how much it was going to be. He said 140,000, and I said okay. When I talked to him, I said okay, that's what I'm going to pay. So that's
Okay,
what
so
I'm waiting.
that was 2 weeks ago.
Yes.
Correct. So, all right. Here's what I'm going to do. Let's try to get that straight and make sure everybody's headed on the same page, because seems like it might be conflicting. I'm going to adjourn this out 1 week to March 21st, 2025 at 2 p.m. That's an in-person hearing, and then we can figure out exactly where the parties want to head with this. All right.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Thank you.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Maple Heights Apartments versus Hussam Al Musawi.
Good morning, Your Honor. Alex Wilson appearing on behalf of the plaintiff.
They're here. Al Musawi.
Sir.
All right, very good. All right, got him there. And what is plaintiff's claim in this case?
This is a non-payment of rent matter. I show rent outstanding in the amount of $1,942.81, excuse me, court cost of $170.05 for a total outstanding balance of $2,112.86.
And sir, how are you intending on getting that paid?
Sir, I don't owe them anything.
Okay, so
I don't know.
are you saying that it's been paid?
No, sir. They've been claiming this for about 3 years, and now the court is here. So I've been asking, why do I need to pay this, for what? And they have not yet provided me with any reason why I owe them this money.
Okay, let me ask you this.
Yes, sir.
We're in March. Did you pay rent in January, February, and March to them? Well, don't show me anything because I can't see it, but just answer my question.
Yes, sir.
You did?
Yes, sir.
So counsel, from when is this on his ledger? He's, I think, claiming it was a while ago, but.
Yeah, there's been a running balance since early 2024. He has been making payments, but there is still that running balance. So he did make payments in March, in February, and January, but it never zeroed out his account.
Okay, so has he been paying more? I don't know if you can quickly see. Has he been paying more than what his rent is, like knocking down the balance, or has he been paying exactly what his rent is?
He's been paying exactly what his rent and late fee is. So his rent is $480 plus a $10 late fee, and he's been paying $490. So it hasn't brought down the back balance.
All right. Is this a subsidized unit?
Yes.
Okay. So looking back, and again, counsel, I don't know if you can see this, do we know where that amount came from?
I don't think I have that on the ledger that I have today.
All right. So, Mr. Al-Musawi, was there a point in time where there might have been a break in your subsidy or your Section 8?
Yes, sir. A couple of years ago, appeared in front of you when my rent went from $25 to $800. because they put me under something like a Section 8 or something, and then took me off without my notice, and then wanted the full payment off the contract. And when we appeared in front of you, you have explained that this is not going to happen, it's not possible, and the case was dismissed. I believe this whole issue derives from that one day, a couple of years ago, and I have emails and everything about it. So that's the only time ever that I did not pay.
No, I hear what you're saying. I can't say I previously recall that case because
Yes.
I've had a lot since then, but that's what it's sounding like to me. Like at some point there's a break in the subsidy, and for whatever the reason is, the subsidy doesn't get paid. It's on your account, and either somebody was supposed to pay it or I don't know. So here's what I'm going to do. Council, I guess we're going to have somebody look back at that and figure out how that got on his account so that the court can know. I'll adjourn this out 1 week, 21st, 2025 at 2 p.m. That's an in-person hearing. So it might be that we just have to kind of look back and see where it came from and see if it was a subsidy payment, but you were really supposed to be on a subsidy, if that can be corrected, or how we'll have to figure it out once we figure out what it is. Okay?
Thank you very much.
Good. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Beal Properties versus Mariah Nelson.
Good morning, Your Honor. Laura Kirby on behalf of plaintiff.
Good morning. You have a defendant? Mariah Nelson, not here. You paid for second service. If you'd raise your right hand to be sworn, I'll let you take a default. Do you solemnly swear or affirm testimony you're about to give will be the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Go ahead.
Thank you, Your Honor. This is for non-payment of rent possession only. Current rent owed is $14.2332. Court cost is $175. Total redemptive amount is $1,598.32. Requesting a writ date of March 24th.
Judgment to the plaintiff by default for possession. Redemption amount is in the amount requested. Writ to issue in 10 days.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Augusta Woods Community versus Rachel Lindberg and William Lindberg. Lindbergs, they are not present. You may proceed.
Sorry, Your Honor, I'm just looking for the file. This is also possession only for non-payment of rent. Current rent owed is $558.37. Court cost is $179. Total redemptive amount is $737.37. Requesting a writ date of March 24th.
Judgment to the plaintiff by default for possession. Redemption amount in the amount requested with the writ to issue in 10 days. Rocco Cambridge Club versus Kimberlyn Collins and Crystal Collins.
Laura Kirby, Your Honor, on behalf of plaintiff.
Hello, Ms. Collins. You're muted.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good. All right. What is plaintiff's claim in this case?
This is non-payment of rent. Current rent owed is $4,897. Court cost is $173. Total redemptive amount is $5,070.
$5,070. Okay. And Ms. Collins, how are you intending on getting this paid?
I am not intending to get this paid at all, Your Honor. I submitted something into the court yesterday. They said they would put in your chamber, and with this case, I filed something against Roco, a small claims against them, and I asked for these cases to be combined.
Okay. Counsel, do you know anything about the small claims? Probably not.
No, Your Honor, I was briefed I have a note in my file briefly that there is some habitability issues. But I have no problem combining them as they do relate to the same. Or she could just file an answer to this non-payment case.
Well, okay, so first of all, what road is this property on?
It's off of Zeeb Road, Cambridge Club Circle Drive, like Zeeb and
Off
Jackson
of
Road.
Zeeb and
Yes.
Jackson?
Yes,
So
sir.
it's with that Scioto Township, I guess?
Yes, sir.
What? Was this small claims filed in 15th or here?
In 15, yeah, in the 15th district. And when I went to see if I could have these combined, they said that they didn't know how Roco filed in 14, but it would be up to you to, combine them or
Well,
make
I
them.
don't know that.
I
It
don't
says Ann Arbor,
either.
but it could, well, but ma'am, I don't know if this is Scioto. Can you put this address in there? Because one of these two cases is in the wrong spot. While we're doing that, and I'll pass it just briefly. Beal Properties versus Call, Beal Properties versus Roundtree, Augusta Woods versus Brown, Augusta Woods versus Dabner or Darnier, Augusta Woods versus Davis, Augusta Woods versus Floyd, Augusta Woods versus Gurney, and Augusta Woods versus Roden. Those matters are dismissed on plaintiff's motion without prejudice. We got it, yeah. Oh, also, Mr. Weiss, you're here, Group 5 Management versus Burnett Turbinton.
Irvington,
I
yep.
have, that matter is dismissed.
Okay, I
I
didn't
haven't,
get the dismissal. I sent it in last night.
got it. Okay, we got it this morning. So that case is dismissed.
Have a nice weekend.
You do the same. Always a pleasure.
Always a pleasure. Bye.
It's Scioto Township. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so we just looked it up. It's Scioto Township, which I thought it would be given the cross streets that you gave me. So, ma'am, your plaintiff for the landlord has filed in the correct spot, this court. Your small claims, which you filed at 15th District Court, is in the wrong spot. So
Okay,
technically, I don't even have that case.
I was told the opposite, but I guess you would know. They told me at the
You can go by what somebody else tells you, or you can
district.
go by what I tell you. It's up to you, but I'm telling you, plaintiff's
No,
in the
no,
right
I'm gonna
spot.
go by what you.
Your case is not.
Yeah. Okay.
If somebody were just to look at the address, they'd see it's Ann Arbor. They might think that it would go to the 15th District Court. But where you gave me the cross streets of Zeeb and Jackson, as well as the fact that I just had my staff look it up, that's Scioto Township, which is not 15th District Court, it's 14A. So
I was I'm sorry, I was misinformed.
So if what you would want to do is file whatever claims you have as a counterclaim to this non-payment of rent case, then I'll allow you time to do that.
Okay.
Okay. So how much time are you going to need to do that, ma'am?
I guess a couple weeks.
Why don't I do this? Why don't I do this, counsel, so everybody can look into everything? I'm going to put this one out 2 weeks.
Okay.
To March 28th, 2025 at 2 p.m. I am also, is monthly rent being paid or not?
I put rent in escrow.
Not with
Where'd
us.
you, okay, where'd you escrow it, ma'am?
At University of Michigan Credit Union.
All right, I'm gonna order court ordered escrow. How much is your monthly rent?
Well, they did a concession because of the problems there of 500, so currently 1,200.
Your Honor, I
It
have
was 17.
1651.
What do you
They
have?
gave me a
Counsel?
$500 concession for the issues that were there. It said
Okay,
ongoing
I can't hear
on
everybody.
my,
Okay, what does plaintiff claim her rent is?
Your Honor, she got a $500 credit. It wasn't a concession for every month. So her rent is currently 1651 per month. I believe one of the months they gave her a $500 concession.
1651.
and on my, and
Yes.
pardon me, and may I speak?
Pardon? Go ahead.
May I speak?
Yes.
On my rent, on my account, it says $500 ongoing concession.
Your Honor, I do have the property manager here, Jasmine. She can affirm or deny that.
Oh, she's here. All right.
Yes.
Ma'am, can you clarify me how much her monthly rent is, please?
Yes, 1651. We gave her a one-time concession.
So there was a 1 month concession.
Correct, for January.
All right. So what's that? All right. I'm going to order that defendant is. Thank you. All right. The defendant is to post with the court within 7 days of today's date, $825.50. And then you are to post 1651 within 7 days of the date rent is ordinarily due come the 1st of April. So I will order escrow at this time. And then we'll see you in a couple weeks and you'll file your answer. The answer needs to be filed by the 21st. Ma'am.
I'm writing it down.
All right. So you need to
And the
file that by
first
the
amount,
21st.
the first amount was 800 and what?
$825.50.
And 1651.
And then 1651 on the 1st of April.
All right.
Okay. Your answer
Okay.
needs to be filed by the 21st, so 1 week from today. You also
Okay.
need to send a copy of any answer or any document that you submit to the court. You need to submit that, or you need to send a copy to plaintiff's attorneys.
All right.
All right. The 28th is an in-person hearing at 2 p.m.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
That's it for us, that block. All right. Court stands in recess.
Hello. Hello. Yes, it says I was sorry. I was muted. Oh, yeah, no, you're okay. Oh, I was trying to figure out why it muted itself again, but I'm here.
Good morning, everyone. The docket will start momentarily. Please take this opportunity to make sure that you are labeled in Zoom with both your first and your last name so that we can get you checked in. Until you hear your case called, you should remain muted and have your camera off. Once you hear the judge take the bench and you hear him call your specific case, that would be the appropriate time to turn on your video, unmute yourself, and state your name for the record. Thank you.
Welcome to the 14A District Court. I'm the Honorable Jason, and I am about to provide to you valuable information regarding this current and other landlord tenant. This is the landlord tenant summary proceedings document, and you are here for a retrial. Your landlord has made allegations and claims that you should be evicted because you have not paid your rent or because they seek termination of your tenancy for a lease violation. After today, you will come back for an additional hearing or trial on the case unless you and the landlord reach something. In these proceedings, you have the right to have your case heard in the proper venue. 14A District Court is located in Pittsfield Township, Washtenaw County, State of Michigan. 14A District Court also holds jurisdiction over the following cities, villages, and townships. In essence, anything in Washtenaw County outside of the city of Ann Arbor and its surrounding township is covered in this court. You also have the right to demand a trial by jury. If you want a trial by jury, you must demand it orally at first appearance or in writing 5 days after first being advised of these rights and information. Jury fee must be paid when the demand is made or within 5 days after first being advised of these rights. You have the right to rental and other housing assistance. Within 5 days of first receiving these advice of rights and information, you must provide written proof to the court that an application for assistance has been submitted for processing. Housing assistance and rental assistance may be obtained through the Department of Health and Human Services, commonly known as DHHS. They can be reached at their phone number of 1-877-696-6775 or through mibridges.mich.gov. Assistance may also be obtained by contacting Housing Access for Washtenaw County, commonly known as HAWK. HAWK can be reached at their phone number of area code 74961-1999. Additional assistance is also available through Washtenaw County Veteran Services. Their phone number is area code 74973-4540. Also, you may obtain housing assistance and other resources through coordinated entry resources Their phone number is 734-544-6748. You did not need a judgment to obtain assistance from any of these agencies. The summons and complaint are sufficient. You have a right to reach an agreement outside of court. The Michigan and local community dispute resolution programs are a possible resource. The Washtenaw County Dispute Resolution Center can be reached at their phone number of area code 734-794-2125. To protect your credit and future rental possibilities, your case may be resolved by way of conditional dismissal in lieu of judgment, if that is approved by all of the parties and the court. It is important that you understand these rights. If you have any questions, please feel free to address the court during your hearing.
In progress.
The 14th District Court is now back in session. The Honorable Judge Cedric Simpson presiding.
Forest Knoll versus, is it Sagred Hassan?
Good morning. Eli Hides, P 84976 for the plaintiff.
Hassan or is it Ala Dilly? Sarah Abdilli? Yeah, that came out wrong. Whoever it is, they're not here. Counsel, hello? Well, did somebody answer? I don't know where it came from either. Counsel, you have paid for second service. If you raise your right hand to be sworn, I'll let you take a default. You solemnly swear or affirm testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God.
I do.
All right, go ahead. What is your claim?
The rent to retain is $397. Court costs of $165 for a total of $562. And I'd request a writ date of March 24th.
Judgment to the plaintiff. That is by default for possession, redemption amount in the amount requested, writ to issue in 10 days.
Thank you, Judge.
Court does call the case of Forest Knoll versus Rebar Harori.
Good morning again. Eli Hides, P 84976 for the plaintiff.
Harori, not checked in. You may proceed. Go ahead, counsel.
Rent to retain is $4,710. Court cost of $165 for a total of $4,875. Again, requested date of March 24th.
Judgment to the plaintiff by default for possession, redemption amount is in the amount requested, writ to issue in 10 days. Forest Knoll versus Cheyenne Rhodes.
Eli Hides, P 84976 for the plaintiff.
You don't have one. Cheyenne Rhodes, no response. You may proceed.
Your Honor, we actually moved to dismiss this matter.
Okay, very good.
I'll submit
Case
that.
is dismissed. That's without prejudice. Court calls the case of Forest Knoll versus Alexia Smith.
Good morning. Eli Hides, P 84976 for the plaintiff.
Alexia Smith. You have them. They're not. No response. You may proceed, counsel.
Thank you. Rent to retain, $603. Court cost $165 for a total of $768. Again, request writ date of March 24th.
Judgment to the plaintiff. That's by default for possession, redemption amount in the amount requested with the writ issue in 10 days. Forest Knoll versus Dana Lynch.
Eli Hides, P 84976 for the plaintiff.
I am here.
Hello, Miss Lynch. Okay, we'll need a camera. Oh, there you are. Okay.
I was
All
figuring
right.
out how to work it.
Yeah, okay. No, you're all right. What's plaintiff's claim, including costs in this case?
Total is $2,961.
And Miss Lynch, how are you intending on getting that paid?
I am currently have an appointment with Hawk on the 27th of this month. So I'm supposed to be seeing if I get approved for assistance
Okay, so you have an appointment on the 27th.
of this month. Yes.
Okay, let me ask you this. Was that the original time they gave you for an appointment?
Yes.
Okay, so has anybody called to move the appointment up at all?
No.
So, counsel, I can do one of two things. I can set this for next week, but she won't have her Hawk appointment. I don't know how much we'll get, or I can set it for the 28th and at least we'll have some information.
Sorry, what was that? The 28th or the 21st?
Yeah, why don't I do this? Let me put it 2 weeks out. They're probably going to move her appointment up, but then we'll know whether or not there's going to be payment in there. So
That's fine. Thank you.
all right. I'll set this for March 28th, 2025 at 3 p.m. That's an in-person hearing, ma'am. Okay?
Okay. Thank you. Yes, sir.
All right. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Have a good one.
You too. Forest Knoll versus Antonio Elliott.
Eli Hides, P 84976 for the plaintiff.
He's here. Antonio Elliott? Oh, there
Yes,
you are.
sir.
All right, you're here. All right.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. What is plaintiff's claim in this case?
I just got wind that Mr. Elliott made a substantial payment, so once that processes, the total would be $1,278.
$1,278? Is that correct?
Yeah, that's just if the payment clears. I'm not sure how he paid, but he made a
I
payment.
just
Okay.
I just made a money order. I did a money order. I dropped the money order in.
Then that should be
Okay, so you just made a substantial payment. So what you still owe is the $1,278. So when do you think you'll get that? How are you intending on getting that paid, Mr. Elliott?
Well, I get paid every week, so I was gonna drop some money down next week. So I just dropped down
Okay, so
like
okay,
1700.
all right. Pardon?
I just dropped down like 1700, like 1756.
Gotcha. Okay, so next week, how much do you think you can pay?
Probably like close to like 350 or 400.
Okay, so you can pay 400 you get paid on Friday or Thursday?
I get paid Wednesday night, so I drop the money off
Okay,
Thursday.
gotcha. Okay, I got you. So you're gonna pay that, I'll just say Thursday, the 20th. Okay?
Okay.
So you'll pay 400 then. And then, so what I'll do is I'll put this off till next week. Make sure you made that payment, and then we'll figure out how the rest of this is gonna get done. Sound like a plan?
Yes, sir. I appreciate it, Mr. Simpson.
All right. I'll adjourn this out to March 21st, 2025 at 2 p.m. That's an in-person hearing, but get that payment made. We'll try to get you in and out when you get here and figure out how we're going to get the rest of it paid. All right?
All right.
Okay. Take care. We'll see you next week.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That's all I got.
Is that it for you, counsel? I think that's it, huh?
That's it. Yep. Thank you.
All right. Have a good day.
You too. And a good weekend.
Valley Ranch versus Jamie. Is it Rena?
Good morning, Your Honor. Rachel Dornbush, Cowlitz Law on behalf of the plaintiff.
And good morning, Your Honor. Michael Cooper appearing on behalf of the defendant.
Okay. You filed well, I don't know if you have, but if you say
I've not, I was just retained yesterday. I've not filed an appearance.
Okay. That's fine. All right. So what's plaintiff's claim in this case?
Your Honor, with cost $863.41.
$863.41. All right.
Yes.
And counsel, what's your client's position on this?
My client does have a dispute as to the amount claimed. As I understand, there have been some issues regarding his utility, specifically his DTE account, and it being taken out of his name and some double payments there. So that's something I'd like to talk to opposing counsel about and see if we can get this resolved.
All right. Here's what I'll do. I'll adjourn it to March 21st, 2025 at 3 p.m. Let you guys try to work on that, figure out where everything is. All right.
And would that be in person if we're coming back?
Those are set for in-person hearing. I try to give some leeway, but if you file the form, then we'll take it into consideration to let you appear via Zoom.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Thank you.
Have a nice day.
You too. Valley Ranch versus Lauren Victor.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Okay. Good morning, Ms. Victor. All right. And what is plaintiff's claim in this case?
With cost, Your Honor, $4,439.07.
Okay, Ms. Victor, how are you intending on getting that paid?
Yes, sir. So I just got paid this morning and made a payment for half. I believe that's 2,200 even is what I paid today.
That you paid 2,200 today.
Yes, sir.
All right.
And so I would need another paycheck to complete that.
Okay, so when's your next paycheck? The 28th.
Yes, sir.
All right. Ms. Dornbush, I'm inclined to give her the 2 weeks if there's verification that the 22 was paid, but I don't know
I can inquire with my client, Your Honor, but when you say give her 2 weeks, are you referring to a 2-week adjournment or entering a judgment
Yes,
today?
I'm in to her next, it's gonna be her next pay. Which she says, I think what you're telling me, ma'am, is your next pay, you'll be able to clear this all up.
Yes, sir.
So, I can go next week, but she gave 22, but I don't want to do that unless there's some verification that the 2,200 got paid to the landlord today.
And I can, like I said, Your Honor, I can check on that. I think my client would object to a 2-week adjournment. I think they'd want the 1-week adjournment with the judgment entered next week, which would give her until beyond the 28th to get it paid. That would be my client's.
Yeah, and I'd note the objection, but I think she's trying to get it done, so.
We can pass that matter, Your Honor. I'll check with my clients.
Yeah, let me pass it real quick, okay, ma'am? And we'll get it called back up. I just want them to check and make sure that happened. Spice Tree Apartments versus Aisha Mosley.
For the record, Rachel Dornbush, Pellets Law.
Aisha Mosley?
I'm here. Yeah.
Where is she? I'm not picking up. She's a dial-in. Okay. All right. What is plaintiff's claim?
In just a moment, Your Honor. There we go. With cost, Your Honor, $3,963.07.
All right. Ms. Mosley, how are you intending on getting that paid?
So on Wednesday, I made a $900 payment, and then yesterday I made a $1,000 payment. I don't know if they're seeing that on their end.
No, but my ledger was printed on. I can't tell what day it was printed on. Your Honor, I can check with my client on that if the court wants verification.
So ma'am, what you're indicating to me, just so that I'm clear, you paid $1,900?
Yes, this week. And my plan is to pay the remaining balance the next time I get paid on the 28th, if that is okay.
Okay. All right. Let me pass it. Let me see. Let me get verification that was paid, and then I'll see what I'm going to do. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So hold the line. It's going to be a minute because Ms. Dornbush filed a lot of cases. No, I'm kidding. Whitaker Oaks versus Ilea Brown and Alexander Collette and Justin Scott. We got any of the people here? Collette, Brown, Scott. I have no response. You'd like to raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm testimony you're about to give will be the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do. For the record, Rachel Dornbush, Pellets Law, on behalf of the plaintiff. Your Honor, there's rent to retain of $3,497.44, cost of $278 for a total due of $3,775.44. We'd ask for a default possession only judgment with writ to issue after 10 days.
Judgment to the plaintiff by default for possession, redemption amount in the amount requested with writ issue in 10 days. Whitaker Oaks versus Melissa Hassler. Hassler, no response. You may proceed.
Thank you. Rent to retain $1,892.37. Cost of $200 for a total due of $2,092.37. So we'd ask for a default possession only judgment with writ to issue after 10 days.
Judgment to the plaintiff by default for possession, redemption amount in the amount requested, writ to issue in 10 days. Whitaker Oaks versus Lisa Miltz and Bernadine, is it Kettner? Retner, Miltz. You got anybody? You think it's the iPhone?
I'm here.
Okay, we thought you may be trying to talk to us. What's your name?
Lisa Miltz.
All right. What is plaintiff's claim in the case?
With costs, Your Honor, $1,955.15.
All right. And Ms. Mills, how are you intending on getting this paid?
I was trying to get it paid, but I couldn't get anything, and I'm also behind in my house payment, so I plan on moving out as soon as I can get everything out of my house.
Okay, so when you say that, what's your time frame on all of that?
Maybe 2 weeks if, at the most, 10 days.
Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'll adjourn this out 1 week to the 21st at 2025 at 3 p.m. That's an in-person hearing. If you're gonna move out, you may be able to call the landlord's attorney and try to work something out in terms of either a conditional order, dismissal, or a judgment to try to
Okay.
get this all taken care of smoothly, okay?
Okay.
Okay, I'll give you the week to do that. All right,
So
thank
do
you.
I have to be out of here in 1 week?
No, you'll have to appear in court, but what I'm saying is to call the attorney's office, see if you can work something out so that it's just a smooth transition if you're gonna be out in 2 weeks, okay? And then
All
the
right.
paperwork can all be in place.
Okay,
That
thank
makes
you.
that makes sense to you?
Yes,
Okay, real good.
thank you.
Take care. We'll see you next week. Coachville versus Jessica Green.
Yeah.
And Jessica, is it Stanger?
Yeah.
All right. And who are you?
My husband, James Green.
How you doing, Judge?
I'm sorry?
James Green. He's actually on docket for Friday for the same.
Okay, I didn't pick you up. You're kind of blurry. So what were you telling me?
He's on docket for next Friday for the same thing.
Who's on docket next Friday?
I am, Judge. My name is James Green.
Okay. So
I have a case number if you need, Judge.
Your Honor,
Yeah.
I got it here. It looks like.
Okay.
Let me just take a look here. 583. All right, Your Honor, it looks like this case was inadvertently filed twice against both parties, actually. So the case that's scheduled for next Friday is case ending in 919. We'll be dismissing that case in light of the proceedings today.
Gotcha. But your name again, sir, was
He's on this
James.
case as well, Your Honor. He's James Green. He's defendant 1.
I'm like the main one.
well, hold on. You know what? They typed it in wrong on my cover sheet. That's why I don't have a J. Okay. Jeez, Pete. All right. Gotcha. Now, I just thought I had Jessica, one with one S, one without, or with two S. I don't know what they were typing. Anyway, we're good. Okay. So the other one next week is likely to be dismissed. They're going to proceed on this case. All right, folks?
Thank you.
All right. So what is plaintiff's claim in this case?
With costs, Your Honor, $1,664.45.
And folks, how are you intending on getting that paid?
We have a hog appointment on the 26th.
Okay. Here's what I'll do is let me ask you this. The appointment you have on the 26th, was that the original appointment they set for you?
Yes.
Okay. So they're going to have to find a way to move that. I'll adjourn this out 1 week to the 21st, 2025 at 3 p.m. Okay, what I'd suggest you do is you call Hawk and let them know that you got the 1 week adjournment and you're set for next Friday, and see if they do anything to move your appointment up.
Okay.
All right? Okay.
Also, James is disabled. He's renal failure. He's been doing dialysis, and we're just waiting for Social Security to kick in so we can actually pay bills.
Oh, okay, I got you. Okay. So let's do this. Let's try to, you got it. So you got to kind of get over this hump here and try to get it paid, and then hopefully things will smooth out for you. Okay. So call Hawk, tell them this is when your next court date is, see if they'll do anything about your appointment. Otherwise, we'll figure out something that we're going to do on the 21st on this. Okay.
Right, thank you.
All right. Thank you. Coachville versus Brian Vasquez. Brian Vasquez, not checked in. You may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. There's rent to retain of $659.62, costs of $173 for a total due of $832.62. And we'd ask for a default possession only judgment with writ to issue after 10 days.
Judgment to the plaintiff, that's by default for possession, redemption amount in the amount requested, writ issue 10 days. Northville Crossing versus Holly Bonzer. She's here.
I'm here.
There she is. All right, I need a camera, ma'am.
There we go.
Hello. All right, what's the plaintiff's claim in this case?
$1,817.39.
All right. And ma'am, how are you intending on getting that paid?
I paid it today.
Okay, you did? Okay.
Yes.
So
And I have-
here's what I'll do. I'll adjourn it
Saturday.
out. That's okay. I'll adjourn it out 1 week, the 21st, 2025 at 3 p.m. If it looks like it's paid, they're going to dismiss it out. If not, then the proceeding will go on. But you're telling me you paid, so we'll just kick it out then and hopefully it'll be dismissed. All right?
Thank you.
Thank you. Crossing versus Nicholas Buckland and Brittany Moore. Buckland, Moore, that might be. Hello.
Hi, Mr. Simpson. My name is William Brooks. I'm Nicholas's roommate. He couldn't make it, so I'm here on behalf of him.
So you're what's your name?
William Brooks. I'm one of the other occupants. I'm actually on the lease.
Okay, but you're not a leaseholder.
Correct.
Okay, so Mr. Buckland, what about Brittany Moore?
Brittany Moore was Nick's ex-girlfriend. She no longer lives with us.
Okay, so the problem is you cannot appear for him. Okay. So here's how I'm going to do this. Miss Thornbush, what's the plaintiff's claim in this?
With costs, Your Honor, $2,137.46.
All right. So, sir, since you're appearing, but I'm going to let them take a default, is it your understanding that the amount is going to be paid anytime soon, or what's going on?
Yeah, it'll be paid. I can pay over half of it next Friday when I get paid.
Okay, let me ask you this: the 2137.46 between you and Mr. Buckland, when do you guys intend to get that paid?
I can get with Nick and see how much he has. But like I said, I'll be taking care of the majority of most of it because I make more money than Nick. So.
Okay, so here's what I'm going to do so that you know.
Yes, sir.
Since you can't appear on his behalf, he's not here. I'm going to grant a default judgment for possession with their total redemption amount. Hang on a second. I'll tell you in a second. Okay. Total amount of $2137.46. Okay. And why I'm asking, so that would have to be paid by the 24th.
The 24th? Okay.
Right. But what I'm trying to figure out is you get paid next week, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And I'm trying to figure out for you guys, because somebody's here, but I have to give them the default because the named parties aren't here.
Okay.
When do you believe that can be paid?
I can have it done by the 24th, Your Honor. Yes, sir.
You can have it done by the 24th? Okay.
Yes, sir.
So I'll enter the judgment for possession, writ to issue in 10 days.
So, Your Honor, what
All
does
right.
that mean? I have 10 days to pay it, or?
Yes, you have 10 days to pay it, which is the
Okay.
24th. So you got it. You're telling me you guys can get it paid by the 24th. So I'm just issuing a standard judgment. You got to get it paid by that date.
No
Okay.
problem.
If you
Yes, sir.
don't, then the landlord can request an eviction or an order of eviction from the premises.
Yes, sir. Okay. I'll make
Okay,
sure it's
got
taken
it?
care of. Yes,
All
sir.
right.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Northville Crossing versus William Harrison and Leon Butler.
I'm here, Your Honor.
Oh, there's Miss Harrison and I think Miss Butler.
Yes, there I am.
Oh, there you are. Okay, you moved over when you turned on your camera. I got you. Okay. All right. Ms. Dornbush, how much is owing on this?
Well, with cost, Your Honor, $1,177.
Okay. Folks, how do you intend on getting that paid?
Your Honor, we will have it paid by Wednesday, the 18th.
You'll have it paid by next week?
Yes.
Yeah. We paid a portion of it, $911 on the 7th, and the remaining we can pay on Wednesday. My husband gets paid on Monday, but his checks are usually dated for Tuesday. So we know that Wednesday is
Okay.
a short
So
date.
by the 19th, you're going to have this all cleared, you think?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to adjourn this out to March 21st, 2025 at 3 p.m. Now that's an in-person hearing, but if you get it paid, I suggest that you contact the attorney's office that's on your paperwork just to make sure it's paid. If everything's paid, they're going to dismiss the case. All right, folks?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
Thank
you, Your
you.
Honor.
Have a good day.
You too. Northville Crossings versus Candace Lopez and Gabriel Lopez. Candace, Gabriel Lopez, they're not here. You may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. There's rent to retain of $2,788, cost of $246 for a total due of $3,034. We'd ask for a default possession only judgment with writ to issue, Your Honor, after 10 days.
Judgment to the plaintiff, that's by default for possession, redemption amount, any amount requested, writ to issue in 10 days. Northville Crossing versus Kelsey Perry.
Here, Your
And
Honor.
Denzel Perry. I got Kelsey here. Okay, how much is owing?
With cost $2,131.02.
Okay, Miss Perry,
Yes.
how are you guys intending on getting this paid?
I'm waiting to hear for the SCR because I have an organization that might be able to help, but they want a decision from the SCR before they do anything.
Okay. How many people are in your household?
2 adults, 2 kids.
So 4?
Yes.
Okay. So an SER, if it's granted, is only going to cover $740. You know that.
Okay.
Right?
Yes.
Okay. So how are you intending? So you have an organization that once they hear from
Yeah,
the
they want us to
state-
get they want to know if SCR is going to approve us or deny us before they do anything.
Okay. Are they intending on paying everything or?
They are intending on, I believe they are intending on paying all of it. They just don't know if SCR is going to come through for some of it.
I got you. Okay. So when did you apply for an SER?
Earlier this week.
Okay, so here's what I'm gonna need you to do. On your screen, well, you're on a phone, so you'll have to swipe across. There is a QR code. In your paperwork that you received, there's a form called a rental assistance form. You'll need to fill that out and submit it back to the court. You need to do that by Wednesday.
Okay.
Okay? And that you'll have to put your tracking number for the SER on there. Okay?
Okay.
I will then, and maybe you'll have an answer by the time we come back, but I'll adjourn this out to March 21st, 2025 at 3 p.m. Okay, that's an in-person hearing.
Okay.
Okay? And get as much from the other individuals that are helping, get as much information as you have regarding that so that hopefully we can get this resolved. All right?
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Northville Crossing versus Michael Powers. And Gary Lindow and Jessica Lindow.
Good morning.
Oh, Mr. Powers is here. There he is. Okay. What is plaintiff's claim in this case?
With cost, Your Honor, $1,943.72.
All right. And Mr. Powers, how are you intending on getting that paid?
I should have it paid by next Friday.
By next Friday?
By this coming Friday, yes, sir.
Okay. And can you get it paid early in the day?
I'm gonna try to have it paid by Thursday, so I don't have to show up and it get dismissed. But I'm gonna, but if I have to show up, I'll have to show up. But I'll have it paid by Friday.
All right. So let me do this. I'll adjourn it to March 21st, 2025 at 3 p.m. All right. And that's an in-person hearing. And I'm going to take no offense that you don't want to come by and see us. I'll be okay. All right. All right, Mr. Powers, take care.
Thank you. You have a great day.
You too. Scio Farms versus Marcus Shaw and Sandra Jones. Shaw, Jones, they are not present. You may proceed.
Thank you. There's rent to retain of $1,514.84, cost of $229 for a total due of $1,743.84. So we'd ask for a default possession only judgment with written issue after 10 days.
Judgment to the plaintiff, that is by default for possession, redemption amount, in the amount requested, writ issue 10 days. Scio Farms versus Antoine Bailey. Oh, they're here. Antoine Bailey. Not really. Oh, there we go.
How you doing today?
Okay, we got you. All right, Mr. Bailey. Okay, what is the claim in this case?
With cost, Your Honor, $3,478.73.
All right, Mr. Bailey, how are you
Yes, sir.
intending on getting that paid?
So I do have an SER in, as well as a appointment with Hawk. My appointment with Hawk is scheduled on March 31st at 9 a.m. But,
March 31st?
Yeah, it's scheduled at March 31st at 9 a.m. with Hawk.
Okay.
I do currently have an SER in. And
So here's what you're gonna have to do. That SER, in your paperwork, you have a rental assistance form that you'll need to fill out and get to the court by this Wednesday. You
Can I
can
come
use the
get that?
QR code that's on the screen. You'll see the QR code since you're on a phone if you swipe across, or you can come down to the court, get that form. I need that form filed with the court by Wednesday. Understood? I would also suggest that you contact Hawk and let them know that your next court date is on the 21st, 2025 at 3 p.m. and that they might want to move your appointment up if they can.
Okay, Judge Simpson.
Yes, sir.
So I came to court back in December, and we had some discrepancies based on the amounts of money that I had paid. And I did exactly what you told me to do, ×4, in addition to an additional $1,000. And like it's been like a communication error, and that's why I'm back in your courtroom right now. I even wrote you a letter prior to the court date when I came back in December, but you didn't read the letter until we actually got into the court. I guess that's when the letter was brought to you. But I did, I made an agreement to pay $1,837.25, which was half of the past due amount that was due in November. I paid that. You told me when I came to court in November, you said, Mr. Bailey, I need you to pay at least $1,000 before you come back to court in December. Not only did I pay $1,000, I paid $3,970. And I wrote out everything based on what the payments were for. So I paid for my past due rent that would have took me up to December. I paid $1,000 for December. I paid $1,000 for January. That would have took me into February. But in January, I had got some additional help with $1,000, and I provided an additional $1,000. So I've given $5,000 since the last court date that I've had, but they're telling me that I owe. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I'm not, like, I've paid $4,970. You told me to pay $1,000 before the next time I came to court. The rental
Okay,
office.
I don't, Mr. Bailey, I don't have that file in front of me, so I can't. And I'm not independently recalling what you're telling me.
Okay,
but here's the thing. If you think that there are payments that haven't been attributed to your account, we can deal with that next week when you show up, okay?
Right. It's not that they're not being attributed to my account. They're not being attributed properly to the months that are owed. I made an agreement to pay a certain amount of money, and then I paid additional funds moving forward. I made one payment of a large lump sum. They told me that they would not guarantee the agreement prior to. I called Miss Dornbush. I left her several messages. I guess she was on vacation, and I talked. The lady Susan was in court the last time I came to court in December, sir. Like, so we haven't.
So, Mr. Bailey,
Yes.
Mr. Bailey, what do you want me to do?
I mean, if you can have somebody look at the tape, look at the court hearing based on what you told me, based on what I did, based on the letter I sent in, everything I did, everything you told me to do, and I satisfied the payments that I owe. I also tried to contact Palace Law.
Well, but Mr. Bailey, if you made a payment in December, they have your rent paid through November of 2024. So something fell through the cracks, and I don't know what it is.
So I would like to work with you so we can correct it.
Okay. Well, Mr. Bailey?
Your Honor, if I may, just responding to some of the statements that Mr. Bailey has made here today. Sydney, Attorney Fontanilla, from our office, Your Honor, did speak with Mr. Bailey at the court hearing back in December. Mr. Bailey contacted our office the day of court. She returned the phone call and was sent to voicemail. She was unable to leave a message. And the note here is that he never returned our phone call, and that was as of December 30th. So,
okay, gotcha.
May I respond to that, Judge Simpson?
And I don't know what the response to that's going to do for me right now.
Okay, whatever we need to do to move forward.
I can't resolve anything today. I don't have that file in front of me. You're telling me things I don't have in front of me.
I understand.
So what I'm going to do is March 21st, 2025, 3 p.m. That's an in-person hearing. You need to file the paperwork with the court by next Wednesday, and then we'll try to sort out all of this. Okay?
Not a problem. You said what time on the 21st?
3 p.m.
I'll see you at 3 p.m.
Thank you. Court calls the case, Sile Farms versus Alex Corser and Alyssa Proctor. Corser, Proctor, no response. You may proceed.
thank you, Your Honor. There's rent to retain of $7,610.68, cost of $229 for a total due of $7,839.68. We'd ask for a default possession only judgment with right to issue after 10 days.
Judgment to the plaintiff, that is by default for possession, redemption amount, any amount requested with the writ issue in 10 days. Sile Farms versus Arkeem Kirk and LaFloria Jackson. Kirk, Jackson, no response. You may proceed.
Rent to retain of $973.73, costs of $229 for a total due of $1,202.73. We'd ask for a default possession only judgment with writ to issue after 10 days.
Judgment to the plaintiff by default for possession, redemption amount, any amount requested with writ issue 10 days. Sile Farms versus Elise Liu.
Yes, I'm here.
And Your Honor, that case I believe is a dismissal. We have it marked for a dismissal.
Yeah, I'm up to date on my
Okay.
payments. I'm finally on time with my payments. I'm up to date. I owe nothing.
Okay, yeah, all
Your
right.
Honor.
So you don't have a problem if they're dismissing, correct?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Case is dismissed. You have a great weekend.
Thank you. You too.
All right. Sile Farms versus Joshua Marvin.
That one is also a dismissal, Your Honor, but let me double check.
All right. That
Yes,
case is
dismissal.
dismissed. And I have Sile Farms versus Kathy Niner.
Also a dismissal, Judge.
I like how you're going with these. Good. That's a dismissal. And Sylvan Crossing versus Andy Marshall. Andy Marshall, not checked in. You may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. There's rent to retain of $849.15, cost of $194 for a total due of $1,043.15. And we'd ask for a default possession only judgment with writ to issue after 10 days.
All right. Judgment to the plaintiff. That's by default for possession, redemption amount, any amount requested with the writ issue in 10 days. Northville Crossing versus Michelle Johnson. That also is a dismissal. And then you're going to try to.
I actually have
Get
updates
in.
on both of them, Your Honor.
Oh,
The two
fantastic.
Spice Tree and Valley Ranch matter, so we're ready to go on those.
All right. Spice Tree versus Alyssa Mosley.
And for the record, Your Honor, my client did confirm receiving the two payments totaling $1,900.
Until now, she's at a $2,000 figure. Miss Mosley? Yeah.
Hello?
Hello. Okay. So they do have the 1,900. So you're still at about $2,063 or thereabouts. And when is that going to be paid?
So the next time I get paid is the 28th of this month. So is there any way that we can, I guess, push it to the 31st just to be on the safe side?
Well, I can't do it that way, but are you going to pay that
Or the
full amount?
28th?
Is your intent to pay the full amount on the 28th?
Yes. Yep.
Over the objection of plaintiff, I'm going to adjourn this out 2 weeks. You need to get that paid and have that balance in, or else I'm just going to issue a judgment. Understood?
Okay. Yes.
So I'll do March 28th.
So I have until the 28th?
Pardon?
I'm sorry. I cut you off. Go ahead.
You get paid on the 28th. You need to get that payment into the landlord. I'm giving you a grace of
Okay.
about a week to get that done because that's what you told me you can do.
Okay.
All right. 28th at 12 p.m. So you got to have it in well before noon on the 28th.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good day.
You too. Valley Ranch versus Lauren Victor.
Hi, I'm here.
Sorry, Ms. Victor. I was able to confirm with my client. They did receive $2,200 today. It hasn't cleared yet. It's still processing, but payment was submitted.
Was submitted. Okay. And Miss Victor, you're indicating you can on the 28th?
Yes, sir. Yep, that's my next paycheck. Do that. Mhm.
Can you, the time is noon, isn't it? Yeah. Can you get that in before noon?
I will do my darndest. Absolutely. Yep.
Okay. If not, I'm going to issue a judgment. I'm going to adjourn it out 2 weeks because that's your next payday. I'm doing that over the objection of plaintiff.
I
But get
appreciate
it done, so hopefully it can get in, get processed. The earlier you get it in and it processed, maybe then a dismissal can happen, okay?
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, Judge.
March 28, 2025 at 12. Thank you. I knew that. I don't know why.
And Your Honor, there is somebody signed in under iPhone 2. I don't know if they're trying to get the court's
Yeah.
attention. I don't know if that's one of my tenants, but I figured I'd hang out to see if maybe we can identify them
We
before I
can
signed
do
off.
it. Okay. There's an individual that signed on iPhone 2. Can you unmute and tell us your name? Oh. Okay, she turned off her camera. iPhone 2. Can you send him a message? Oh, camera's back. Can you unmute? Nope, almost got it. Oh, did it again. Clicking slowly. Oh, now I think, nope, she's not frozen. First name is what? Aaliyah Brown. Whitaker Oaks. Okay, she froze just now. Which one do you think it's Aaliyah Brown?
That was a default we took, Your Honor.
Yeah. Okay. Ma'am, is it Aaliyah Brown? Yeah. Are you Miss Brown? If you are, shake your head for me. Okay. All right. And you live at Whitaker Oaks? Okay. So there was a default taken on your case, but I think you've been there for a while. Do you know how to work the sound on your Zoom there? You don't know? Okay. All right. What was the default taken for? I don't have the file.
377544.
Okay. Miss Brown, they're saying that you owe $3,775.44. Do you have a way that you're going to get that paid? Okay, I don't read lips very well, so I'll ask yes or no questions, okay? Have you applied for Hawk? No? Okay. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to do this. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna enter your judgment, Ms. Brown, since you appeared. Oh, she's frozen again. I don't know if she can hear me. She comes back in, but got it. Okay. Ms. Brown, are you still there?
She dropped because there's another iPhone that's loud.
Okay, okay, so you think that's her? She dropped. Oh, there she is.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. I'm
Okay,
sorry. I had to go
yay.
into my settings and unmute it. It was like my phone is acting up. I'm so sorry. Yes.
No, it's okay.
They said that we owed like 3,000 and some change, if I'm not mistaken. Me and my boyfriend, we will be able to pay that amount next week because we just started the 1,600. I'm sorry, because we just started a new job about a week or so ago, and we get paid every week after this week. So we will be able to pay it the full amount of 16 next week. As far as the
Okay.
February,
Hold on.
I'm not 100% sure.
Okay, hold on a moment. Okay, they're indicating the judgment amount but I'm not gonna do the judgment, but it's $3,775.44. Okay, so how much are you gonna be able to pay?
As well, correct?
Pardon?
That's including late fees, correct?
That's including the fees. That's everything. So my question is, how much are you gonna be able to pay by next Friday?
We'll be able to pay $1,600 by next Friday because it's only two of us currently.
All right, that's fine. So you need, what time is her Fridays? 3 p.m. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna set a hearing for March 21st, 2024, 25, excuse me. You said 3? At 3 p.m. That's an in-person hearing down at the courthouse. Okay?
We're not gonna be able to make that because we work at a factory and we have to be there at 2 and we don't get off till 10.
Okay, all right. So if you can get time to do a Zoom hearing,
okay,
then you'll have to file the paperwork for us to have you appear via Zoom. Okay?
Okay.
All right. So that's the time that it's set for. All right. And you're gonna pay $1,600 before that hearing, right?
Correct.
You can do that?
Yes.
Okay. So get that paid into the landlord, and then next week we'll figure out where we're gonna go from there.
Okay, sounds good.
Sounds good? Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right. Thank you. And this way, well, are you gonna be able to work Zoom next time? Or no, I'm
Oh
kidding.
yeah, I'll be able to work Zoom next time. It's just my phone's been acting up.
You'll be okay. All right. We'll see you in a week. All right.
Okay, thank you so much.
Take care. All right. Ms. Dornbush, I think that's it.
It is indeed till this afternoon, but you won't see me. I think you'll see Miss Matson from my office this afternoon. So have a great
Gotcha.
weekend.
Okay, you do the same. Enjoy
Thank
the
you.
weather, huh?
I'm gonna try. We'll see if I can get out there to do it.
All right. You take care.
Bye.
Court's in recess.